Well, hello, my fellow car maulers. How you doing today? I wasn't even going to make a video today. I'm kind of, whatever. I got the model meeting coming up this weekend. And so I'm doing some errands today. We had to go and do a this and a that. And I'm following my daughter somewhere. And then so we could split up after we did that. And I'm just in my car all by myself. And I noticed, hey, I'm at the intersections where Andy's Hobby headquarters are. Well, you know, just as well as I do, when you're in the area of the hobby shop that you frequent, there is no way you're going to continue driving on and not stop in. Guess what I did? What? That's right. I stopped in and I bought a model and I want to show you guys. I've been actually really looking forward to this model. I can't believe Revell was going to totally do a retooling of something like this, but bam! One of my favorite import vehicles, the Porsche 911. Love Porsche 911s, especially this era. When they announced this kit, I was very excited about it. And I walk into Andy's and blam, right there. He has it. I had to buy it. I said, I'm buying that. And he said, all right, okay, cool. And so here we are. So let's take a look at this thing. All right, let's take a look at this thing now. There it is, the Porsche 911. I have been looking forward to this kit coming out from Revell. I'm really got high hopes. It's an all-new tooling. The Carrera 911. I tell you, this is really great, and I'm really pleased to see that it is in 24 scale. So it's going to be in line with the Fujimis that I love so much and the Tamiya kits. A lot of possibilities for some kit bashing back and forth, okay? So this is really cool. I'm looking forward to some fun with this one. Let's really check this thing out. But first of all, beautiful box art. I know they're cruising some pretty happy people. Hey, who's that? Isn't it Nathan Fillion?
You want to run this ship? Yes. Well, you can't.
I didn't know Porsche made a Firefly Class 911. Oh, well, okay. Sorry for that joke. That wasn't good. There's a bunch of information here, blah, blah, blah. But over on this side, let's just take a look at this part where it shows the model. Looks like we got ourselves an opening lid there with the engine in the back. I don't think the front opens up. Looks like a pretty well detailed kit. This is kind of interesting. Lately we've been getting Revell kits now that they are basically a company out of Germany or somewhere abouts that they aren't wrapped. You notice this? They just got these round-ish tape things underneath to seal the box, but there's nothing to peel apart here. So let's just get this thing cut open and let's take a look at this. I'm really excited. I've been looking forward to this kit. And they do also have a Targa version of this kit. I'm not really into Porsche 911 Targas. I probably won't be getting that kit. But come on. Wow. Holy cow. There we go. Woo-hoo-hoo. Right out of box. Here. All right. I like how they did that. Nice looking body. What's cool about this is all the Fujimi kits and everything for these years 911s, plus the Tamiya kit. You got that beautiful Tamiya 911, that 1988 930 911 turbo. Here we got the now we got a body that isn't all flared out. You got just the slight arch flares right there, which I always like that too on a Porsche. Little bit of bubble in there. It looks cool. And we got the sunroof. A little bit of putty if you want to have a solid roof. That's cool. Take a look at the glass here real quick. Oh, there is a lot of time. Let's get the whole kit out of the way here. All right. Ooh, yeah. Cool. I like it when you have clear taillights and all that stuff, and your ambers and your reds. You can just paint it yourself. I'd prefer having that. We've got a couple of different headlights. So there might be some options in the years where they might have a different headlight bezel, kind of the way the Fujimi kits were. There's a nice windscreen. Very nice. It's got one little spot right there for the rear view mirror to go up into. And oh, cool! It has side glass. I like side glass and a good rear. really thin. Everything's really thin, so it doesn't look like you're going to get a lot of distortion when you have the built model where you'll see that interior really well. Now, this is kind of nice how the bags are just taped up, then you can reuse them. That's cool. Well, that's a good sign. I'm looking forward to seeing the interior, that the back seat is separate. That can be nice for if you're doing kind of a race car. This is something very cool. Wow, neat option. Left-hand drive or right-hand drive. How cool is that? Pretty nice dashboards. There looks to be no gauge. So imagine in the decals we've got gauges. But there's no gauge detail whatsoever. That's all right. I'm kind of a fan of being able to paint the gauges, not use decals, but this is okay too. Oh yeah, look at that. You got two different types of headlight bezels. I'm not sure if there was different types of bezels and headlights depending on the trims. I'm pretty good with 911s, but not that good. Look at that, it's hinged pretty cool too. The back bonnet, or oh, look at that. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. That grill, it's totally see-through. That is neat. That is really neat. That's super cool. I like how all the bumpers and spoilers and everything are all separate. That gives you so many options to do some creative work. Because I'll tell you, it gives you a neat thing that maybe some aftermarket companies, hint, I wonder who, could come out with some parts to maybe take this kit and change it up. You know, a lot of customizing going on in the 911 world. There's companies like Singer, there's Rennsport, Twin Sparks, and then over there in Germany, one of the first ones, Roof, with their legendary Yellowbird. All over the world that are just doing really cool hot rodding with 911s, and this kit looks very versatile to do a lot of cool stuff. Let's take a look at that flat 6. Pretty decent detail on that flat 6. It's got a very, very nice, a lot better detail than past 911s that Revell has put out. Like I said, this is all new tooling. Oh, how cool is that? This is a really good representation of the 3.2. I'll tell you, that is really, really cool. And there's your lower suspension for the rear, your swing arms, that exhaust that that Porsche has from the factory that gets changed out. Let's take a look at those wheels. The Fuchs wheels. Nice. I'm going to set these off to the side because we're going to get in there to the tires, and we're going to have to check the wheels and the tires out on this baby. You're watching the Lucas C channel on YouTube. And here we go with the tires. Let's liberate the tires from the bag. They're all right. Kind of narrow. They're all the same size. Not super impressed with the tires. Won't be going with these tires. Not thrilled. Not thrilled at all in those. Let's do a quick test fit. What do you say? I'll go ahead and do that. I'm okay with that. I can slide this. Doesn't seem to have a purpose side, but not a fan. Tires, even they're all right, I guess. The wheels. How about my fellow Porsche 911 fans? What do you think of those Fuchs wheels? Tires, no. Got to find some tires that'll work with these wheels. The wheels are bearable. Personally, what I got planned doing, I ain't going to be using either one of them. I'm going to be doing a hot rod. I think this is the last group of trees we have, sprues, whatever you call them. I'm sure I'm going to get corrected down below, but please do. You have anything to say about this? If I'm saying things about Porsches, you know Porsches. I'm always into, having people who know more about a specific vehicle to let me know, because I'm always wanting to learn more. I have such a passionate, I don't know, I just love 911s, and it's been just within the past few years, so I'm really starting to get to learn a lot about them. So I'm always wanting to learn more about 911s. Anywho, very nice floor. Wow. I'm kind of bummed about that. I was hoping that we had a kind of like the way the Fujimis are, where you've got, you know, all your detail here, and it kind of mimics the detail there. So if you want to have an open cockpit with roll bars and stuff like that and have it look real racy, you have that option. Revell letting you know it's theirs. But that's cool that they put it there, because you do have a pretty decent, you know, interior floor right there that covers that all up. So that's really not that bad. Put that in there. Still, I like how you have a separate back seat, so you don't have to put the back seat in if you don't want. Beautiful door panels and everything. It's very detailed. Holy cow. Lots of detail. Separate half shafts. Oh, here we go. Love the suspension stuff. Really, really sweet suspension. This right here is the, it would go right up in there for that detail. That's actually part of the pan there on the trunk area, I guess you'd say. And oh, this is cool. I didn't notice. So we got some of those rubber accordions for the bumpers, probably for the rear. I didn't really look because I noticed there's some molded. The ones on the that's bummer though. That's what I like about the Fujimis, how these are separate pieces, but they're molded in on the front. Not a big deal. But you got separate ones for the back. That makes painting a lot easier. Holy mackerel, just look at all the detail. Distributor, all the different... Oh, that's looks like marker lights or probably fog lamps. That's what those are. Nice turbo. So this is a turbocharged engine. Separate handbrake. Excellent. That just makes it easier to do detail work. Just immense amounts of detail. Oh, yeah, look at that. There's your support, your cross member support in the rear to hold the shocks. And very detailed airbox, upper and lower portion of the airbox. Very nice. Yeah, okay. This is pretty interesting. I got to tell you that I am really delighted by this. I'm impressed. It's what I had hoped for, but I didn't expect. How about let's say that? Knowing that it was a new tooling, being kind of Revell from Germany, but holy cow. We didn't, you know, I usually like to first look at the instructions. Wow, look at this. We might as well take a look at the instructions. Whoa, I'm sure the decals are somewhere in here. Wow, what a set of instructions. With a set of instructions on how to read the instructions. I don't know what this is, but it's all in Deutsch and other languages. There's your decals. Man, oh man, that looks like that just came out of a Fujimi kit. Holy mackerel. Let's just take a quick look at this instruction book. If you can see, I can't even fit it all in here. Look at this. We're going through it, just talking about stuff and all the parts and where they're at and what colors to use. And oh man, colored instructions. There's all your parts. Wow. Let's go blow forward a little. Look at that. Wow. You know, when Revell got sold, it's kind of a bummer. They were really starting to do a lot of things, but I think they're picking it back up, and I think the new people that own Revell, they're taking it up. They're taking it up a notch. I'm going to have to study through this and see all. Yeah, there's different. Okay, I see what it is where we have different lights and different bumpers. There's US only. So you have your option to do the European version or the US version. Nice. That is super nice. Holy cow. Wow. I am going to have to say, I know this is a kind of funny. I've had a video of this. This was a built-up that I took apart, but this is the fantastic Fujimi 911. This is the 73, and but this this will kind of help us look at proportions here. Let's take a look if you can notice. It's very, very, very close to the same. Let's see, what do we got here? Okay, so very, very close. Man, I bet you there's a lot of crossover that can happen. Obviously, the grungy one is Fujimi, and this is the Revell. So you can do some crossovering. Something I wanted to take a look at. The Revell kit. Here is a Fujimi deck lid. Pretty close. Wow, it wouldn't take much. It's pretty close. It's pretty darn close. If you wanted to, might have to do some work to it, but if you wanted to backdate this baby, which was my thought of kind of taking the long hood and the different bumpers, I bet you could backdate this for fun if like the parts were available. Here's the front bumper off of the 73. Yeah, they're very, very, very close. I bet you saw that off. Take off this hood. You could take out this hood here. You know, if they were available in other ways, you could backdate the heck out of this sucker. Look at that, the rear bumper. Very, very similar dimensions. That's really cool stuff to know. Gives me ideas. So there's a lot of things looking at it that I don't know. I'd say they're very close to equal. I'm gonna throw that out there. The Tamiya one, Tamiya is kind of different, but of course the Tamiya Porsches are all curbside, so there's no deck lid coming off or bonnet this is the bonnet. I'm sorry. I'm fracturing all these terminologies. I'm awful sorry, but yeah, your back deck lid, your engine bay, all that stuff. You definitely have very close dimensions there. Have this compared more to the Fujimi Porsches, the enthusiast model kit series. They were very detailed, and this is not really too far behind. Where the Revell is nice, not to mention the availability, obviously, for the Revell, which brings us to the top. You know, for us guys who've been hunting these Porsches down, and there are still a few available. I know that they're doing the 74, but Fujimi gets hard and pricey to get. Where now we've got this Revell that I picked this Revell up for $35, I think it was, at Andy's. Where if Andy was to get, and he has gotten, I bought about a year ago, he ordered a Fujimi 74 RS for me, and I think that was like $50. So, and it's harder to get, and he got only a couple. So yeah, wow, that's pretty cool. It's bringing us 911 fans a pretty reasonably priced kit, very available now. That's super cool. Really, really super cool. And maybe some other things will come out later on that'll give us more choices to do more things with our 911s. So there you go. I hope you got something out of this. Pretty cool. Yeah, this is a super, super cool kit. I am going to be messing around with this thing. I got some great ideas, but something that I'm not ready to announce. What I'm really happy about this kit is I have some ideas for maybe some aftermarket parts for this kit. I've been kind of waiting for 911 kit that's out there to the masses, and this brought this to me. So I think we're ready for an idea that I have, and we'll be letting you guys know when we start to developing this stuff. But I'm going to be playing around with this kit and might have some really cool ideas. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. In the meantime, you know what we say here. This is me, Lucas C. Keep gluing those fingers together and keep cutting that styrene. And we will see you in the next video. Here's the producers.